Hi, my name is Kelvin Newman and welcome to the Brighton SEO podcast, where we share talks from one of the world's most popular search marketing conferences. The event started out as a few people meeting in an upstairs room of a pub and is now attended by over 3,000 people from all over the world. This episode is a recording of one of the speakers at a recent event. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome our first speaker, someone we have as a regular speaker, always gets great feedback. I'm really excited to hear his upcoming talk. If we could have a huge Brighton welcome to Christoph Cemper.
Welcome to my talk on that secret trick, or soon not so secret and simple trick, of how to increase your organic traffic, your search engine traffic, by up to 500%. It's 5 times more traffic. You will also learn about how to increase your revenue even more. For me, it's great to be back. I'm amazed, I'm excited, I'm shocked how great this conference got over all these years. So before you learn that I love orange jackets and SEO, and now upgraded my product and my suit to a full orange, I want to give Kelvin and his team a big applause, guys, for putting all this together. Exciting. Now, who of you has been in my talk in April? Can I see a show of hands? Okay. Who of you has heard about Google Penguin, the Google penalty algorithm that was built into Google 5 years ago? Who of you has not heard about it yet? I saw a couple new people. Okay. Who of you is just too tired or too annoyed to put his hand up when I ask a question? Come on. Okay. Thanks, sir. All right. A quick reminder for those that are not aware of all the facts. Google Penguin 4.0 is an evolution of a search engine algorithm built into Google to penalize wrongdoing in link building, penalize wrongdoing in search engine optimization, which can also be understood as search engine manipulation, because let's be frank, SEO is not following the Google guidelines alone. And they tweeted it out. I think last week it was Gary or John. They said, if you just comply with the Google guidelines, what do you expect? To get number one just by doing that, by having a fast website load, SSL, and all these other nice things? These are hygiene factors. Of course you need that. But search engine optimization, as the name implies, is more than just complying with the hygiene standards. So off-page optimization, link building is a big part of that and is more important than ever because Google is going after the wrong ones. So especially in October last year, or actually September 25, 2016, they introduced an even more granular way to hold you back in traffic for wrongdoing, to penalize websites. In the past, it was really harsh and they killed all the traffic overnight. It was easy to spot. Now, just a penalty on a subfolder or a page or a couple pages or a keyword cluster could happen. And you might not even notice. Yeah, it's not going so well, but we're still doing good. You know, what do you want? Real-time is another aspect in that algorithm where Google refers to real-time reactions. Anyone has an idea what real-time reactions in Google means in regards to links and indexing, in regards to trillions and trillions of web pages? What's real time? Whenever they crawl a page, they can recalculate stuff. But they first have to crawl all that. What that means is that a penalty can hit any time and make your rankings drop. Take away some organic traffic, take away some keyword rankings from your website. If you depend on organic traffic, and I don't know if there's anyone who's not interested in traffic from the search engines. Is there anyone in the audience here? Show of hands. Anyone does not want search engine traffic? And please leave the room because this is not for you. It could hit any time, make your rankings drop. Or, and this is a wake-up call, folks, it could hold you silently back. It's going great. What do you want? Okay, we have some fluctuations. It's the weather, it's the season, it's all of these things. Who of you knows these little kind of slow-dying websites that go a little bit down or where you start not ranking as well as you did before? Who of you knows this pattern where you think, what's this actually going on? This could be a part of a Google Penguin panel. It could be related to problems in your link profile. And there's a little simple or secret trick to leave this question behind. Is this really a problem? Is this the thing that is holding us back, or the 99 others? There's a simple trick to figure that out. Do you know it? Anyone? Come on, someone should know it. Who of you knows my orange jacket? When you run a link audit and you put yourself in the position that a little bit of that data is good enough, when you pursue a good enough strategy on your link audit, you have this problem that you maybe think you have no troubles in your backlink profile. And this is something that I've seen in the industry for a while now. My call to action, folks, is if you look at backlinks, when you look at a backlink profile, you want to make sure that you look at all of them, not just 1% or 2 or 3. Don't just look at one slice of the data. Because if you audit, let's say, 3% of your data, of your backlink profile, it's just like 3% of anything else. It's nothing. And I think we can compare this to going to the dentist. Who enjoys going to the dentist? Who does not enjoy going to the dentist? I know it's a topic. But you go there to have something checked up and check up your teeth. If you would just look at 1 or 2 of your teeth, what does that say about your overall dental health? Nothing. Nothing. You might just be lucky and have this one healthy teeth and everything else is rotting. Yeah? So my call to action is to look at all the backlinks that your website has, or your websites, especially when you're an international brand and have many different websites in many different verticals or many different countries. This becomes an even bigger issue because sometimes you might only be focusing on, let's say, the most important ones. If you do this for multiple websites, then this is even more important because penalties can spread from one domain to the other one, like fungus or like virus, basically. So looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly links that are out there is imperative. You want to, obviously, keep the good ones. You want to disavow the bad ones. Who of you knows what a disavow file is? What disavowing is? Okay, for the other ones, it's basically sending a little message to Google in a file that you don't like these links, that you disavow yourself, that you say, I have nothing to do with them. It's a practice that we can do for 5 years now to actively inform Google, to actively inform the algorithms that some of these links you don't want counted for yourself. They say they find some other links, and there are some patterns they might find just like any software, but who wants to rely on that? Cleaning up your act and telling exactly what you are not responsible for is a proactive measure that has not stopped, that is important, more important than ever. And here's the kicker, repairing the ugly ones. What's an ugly link? An ugly link is someone that shows you a maybe very funny and very nice error page, a 404 page. Who of you had this internal contest with team members to make the most hilarious 404 page, a funny 404 page that engages or excites users? Anyone? Come on, this has been going on for years. A funny page with animations. When you go to LinkResearchTools.com/something that is not found, we have a whole machine there, and it has little red buttons, and you can click it to make some animations, and that's all funny, but not necessarily what the user is looking for. So nobody should ever see that page. And this is what I call an ugly link. If you have some other place, maybe from 5 years ago, linking to your business, and you kill that interest, you kill that emotion, you kill that lead with some funny animation going to a page that is not there, obviously they will go somewhere else or at least wonder why they're making fun of an error. I wonder all the time. It's not funny to not find stuff that is linked to. And certainly, it kills the trust that audiences or consumers have in your business, and maybe shies them away to the next competitor in the next tab, in the next window. So the good, but especially the bad and the ugly ones, because there are so many of them over the years, if you've been in business for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, are often hiding in the part of the backlinks that you have not audited. And what is worth noting, and I get this question a lot, when you start in a new business, you usually get some kind of documentation from the guy before you responsible for SEO. But did you get the documentation from the guy before you? Some businesses have been online marketing for 10 years. And we constantly find links in the thousands, in the 100,000s, going to subdomains that don't even exist anymore, going to categories that don't exist anymore. And I get it, some of them may be visible in Google Analytics, may be visible in Google Search Console. Yeah, we see the errors there and we fix them. No. I'm sorry. You don't see a subdomain that is not even connected, that doesn't even exist in the DNS. The backlink profile might have 589,000 links going to subdomain that you had 5 years ago. And you won't see these errors anywhere because it doesn't even exist. It's not connected technically on the web server. The only way to find them is by looking at the backlink profiles. And we often see people shocked at what they find there and, of course, then recovering that. So taking a close look is very, very important here and is my recommendation to you. I have another important information for you regarding taking a closer look. Who of you has had any connection or any experience with malware links or pages where you go to and see a warning like this? This site can contain malware, please do not proceed. Any of you? I know, you've seen it all. It's on these spammy sites. Who cares about the spammy sites? Well, you should. If you have 244 links coming from such malware and virus sites, coming from 6 domains, I think you're still good. Those are just links linking to you that people cannot visit. So let's assume nobody will ever click on that. The problem here is that based on our experience, when you have crazy domains like we see here, some kind of probably expired domain spam, linking to you from virus or malware infected sites, blocked in Google, we have seen as little as 50 of those domains being responsible for actually creating such an interstitial on the target side. I guess that probably has to do with Google trying to reduce the amount of abuse of hacked links, which makes sense. However, if you have hundreds or thousands of these hacked links, you could suffer from something like this tomorrow. Well, actually, your customers. And the interesting part here is that these interstitials are shown anyways. You could rank number 1, you could rank number 2, number 3, and you could have the whole first page. If there is a little warning, this site could contain malware, then the normal user clicking through will see this. And I spoke about links. What we see here is the number of links is the number of redirects, which is another technical aspect of how malware or in general penalties could pass on. And what I've never seen anyone talk about is red canonicals, which are more or less a different way to redirect only the bots. Cross-domain red canonicals passing choose, passing positive and passing negative, and maybe a malware warning as well. This is something that we show in our Link Explorer tool inside LinkResearchTools. But we also got a free extension called Link Redirect Trace in the Chrome store and the Firefox store for about 1.5 years. Who's using the Link Redirect Trace of you guys? Show of hands? Someone? Okay, you can check that out because it's a free tool to show redirects, to show cookies, to show all the technical details. And when you look at this, you see how suddenly some other magazine pages, this is a news portal, rel canonical to a commercial site for whatever reason. I'm not sure if this is something good or bad in this specific case, but you want to look at that. If you ask Google, they probably say something like, yeah, we try really hard to figure out which of those should count and which of those should not count, and I think they're doing a wonderful job of trying to figure that out. But the important word here is trying. It's still a machine, it's still an algorithm, and from the last 14 years I've been in business, I get up every day in the morning, I think about links, redirect red canonicals, and what could possibly go wrong in that code that is the search engine algorithm code, about special cases like this. If this is confusing for you, don't worry. You can come to our booth and I'll be happy to show you some more details. right in the ground floor. But the important point here is link audit is not a statistical way of looking at stuff. You cannot look at 3% and extrapolate to the other 97%, because it's not about does President A or B win. You know, in statistics, you try to take a little sample and then extrapolate and then prognose who's gonna be the winner. We're not talking about that, and as you know, this even went wrong in the elections in the US, this went wrong in the Brexit thing. So statistics, certainly not, but for link audits, our key information we want is a number of domains to look at. There is no statistical function that I'm aware of that can extrapolate hundreds or thousands or millions of names of domains of the part of the web that we haven't crawled. This is very important to understand. I hear this a lot. Yeah, we just take a sample and then, you know, that should be good enough. It's not good enough. If you're looking for bad links that could harm you, you need to look at as many as possible. And they already did it. Hertz improved their traffic, improved their revenue, improved their overall transaction volume in unbelievable amounts. We have a case study, a success story that we give out with our partners RBBI as well. And all they needed was 2 tools from our suite. We have 26 tools in LinkResearchTools, and 2 of them already did the job. Number 1, a full link audit to disavow risky links that were holding them back. But more important for a brand like Hertz is to fix those broken links, to avoid those error pages. And the amount of traffic they gained back from recovering these years and years and years of marketing that ended in an error page or a broken link got them 530% more traffic, to be precise, 714% higher transaction volume, and 600% more revenue. How is that possible? Because this implies that there is an increase in conversion rate. Why is the conversion rate going up if we have more traffic from search engines? Why is conversion rate going up if we have better rankings? Number 1, the trust that consumers have in the brand, in the website. Number 2, the fact that they don't see the freaking error page. If you're shopping for a rental car and you see an error page, you just go to the competitor, right? You're not interested in searching for something else or pushing buttons on my funny robot machine to see what our designers and creative team came up with to show as an error excuse to people. And so the overall performance of the marketing website, the overall performance of marketing got better by just fixing these things. This is not for SEO, this is for sales, this is for marketing, this is for at least cooking them. Who of you is giving out, retargeting cookies on 404 pages? Who's retargeting a campaign of people who visited error pages on the website? You're losing customers as we speak on error pages like that, from links that show up somewhere on the web from the last years. But where to get all that data from? We have, since April, in our product, LinkResearchTools, 25 different data sources combined. And what that means is, when we talk about link audits, LinkResearchTools has no competitors when it comes to data quantity, but especially the data quality. I hope you can read these charts. When looking at some customers like Disney, the amount of linking root domains by combining amazing data sources like Majestic, Ahrefs, Moz, etc., goes up to 345%. But something that we do here is that we take up to 5-year-old data and recrawl it and provide a fresh look. If you take, for example, 280 million links from a big retailer with up to 5-year-old data and recrawl it in a week, you know what you get? I guess some of you would say, yeah, all those links are broken. I agree. 20 million are broken. But you have 80 million new links to look at because, guess what? The web changed. And now it just changed again. And by the way, it just changed again. It changes as we speak. You don't want to work with old data, and certainly not, an inaccuracy of up to 5 years old here. So doing a full link audit implies and means for me, and hopefully for you after this presentation, that you want to make sure of how outdated or how fresh the data is. The same is true, for example, on Star Wars.com, where the number of linking root domains up to 1 day fresh and the number of links is amazingly bigger than all these other data sources that we combine with. LinkResearchTools is not the biggest link database. It's not a direct competitor with Majestic or Ahrefs that you're maybe using. we take all of that together, aggregate it, clean it up, and refresh it. And of course, have multiple functionalities that I just mentioned that we will combine in one suite tool. In one tool that shows you your website as you know it, broken down by the current directory, by all the different categories, showing you the links, showing you the redirects, showing you the cross-domain rel canonics from other websites that I don't know a single tool is able to show. And of course, combine that with a risk estimation of the links going to those pages or directories and other fancy SEO metrics. We have 97 SEO metrics in LinkResearchTools. To sum this up, it's the only tool that allows you, to my knowledge, a full backlink analysis with the maximum of data possible today. And I'm spending every day thinking about where else to get data from. And some of this data comes from very, very niche places in niche countries. Okay, we also got a training program that I would happy to invite you here, because this associate training is an online-only training, and we give this away for 99 cents euro. I think that's like 70 pence or something. We do have a two-day training in Vienna. That is actually a 3-day training with 2 present days where we do competitive research, link audits, and much more in a very intensive one-on-one coaching with me. After that, in a certification, we got to plug this, early bird pricing expiring tomorrow. So if you want to use that, go to that link or come by our booth, please. And something I wanted to highlight is our new Super SEO card, a library of knowledge with 10,000 of pages, 100,000 of words, videos, case studies about SEO off-page, about how to run a link audit, how to establish link audits in your business, in your team, how to work in teams. And we give this away, a total value of up to 8,000, also as part of our product. Yeah, thank you very much. I think I'm at 0 here. You can ask me anything, but I don't think now, but after that, Kelvin.
Fantastic. Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thank
Christoph.
you very much.
This was originally recorded at a Brighton SEO conference. If you want to listen to more episodes or find out about the conference itself, you can do at brightonseo.com.